Hello and welcome back to our Greenskins campaign in the Old Realms, and I do have two perks to spend. We've got one in the medicine tree and one in the scouting tree. Unfortunately, there isn't anything super amazing here just yet, but we will be taking Physician of People, and then we're also going to be getting Day Traveler. Now, I would love to be able to spec into tier 3 stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to do that, of course, because we need to complete the quest. Yes, we need to complete the quest. So what I'm actually doing right now is I'm going to attempt, if I can, to take Grimgor hold. If we can take this, this is going to be fantastic. Because one, there is actually a tournament. Oh, never mind. There isn't a tournament going on anymore. There was a tournament going on, but not any longer. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to take it and then do the tournament, and then that would actually complete the final stage of the tournament, shall we say, step in the quest. But yes, no, that's unfortunately not going to happen. So we just need to take this just for the sake of taking it, I suppose, and we're going to see how we do. Now, unfortunately, it does look as though, wait a minute, are they actually restoring themselves right now? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that they would be a little bit less good at what they're doing right now, but the only thing I can really do is, oh no, are you serious? Wow, okay, no wonder they're doing so well right here. Look at this. Okay, yeah, this is pretty crazy. This is actually pretty bad for us. Okay, you know what? I am... yeah, it's really annoying actually because they were just about to be starved out. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just go in, right? Alright, so it is time for us to see if we can tackle this particular siege. I have a bad feeling that we're not going to be able to do this and I'm going to get defeated. Yeah, so that's going to be a pretty big problem because the enemy is right outside. They have faster armies than us. And, well, the only thing I can really hope for here is if we can actually achieve victory. Let's try it out. Okay. Apparently this is pretty easy for us right now. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, but okay. I mean, who am I to say, right? I mean, they've got a bunch of guns. That's going to be a problem, I assume. I'm actually just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to charge everyone. I am going to charge everyone right away here. And we're just going to, boom, just slam every single time. Every single time we see any enemy that has, I don't know, 2-3 people around him, we are just going to absolutely slaughter that guy with our main ability very, very fast, because that, ideally, is pretty much the only way we're going to be winning this, I think. That's probably going to be the only way we can really do that. Otherwise, because we don't have cleaving strikes, you know, no, we don't have cleave, we can't slash through stuff, it is going to be required that we do a little bit of AoE damage with the ability itself. Like, for example, right here, this is perfect. There we go, there we go. Nice, 4 enemies immediately eliminated. Now, it's obviously not the greatest, you know, because we could do better, right? We could try to eliminate many more than that, but it is going to be a problem, you know? It is going to be a problem as time goes on if we just don't use our ability. We need to use the ability. We need to get as much value from it as possible, because this is the funny thing. You learn this kind of thing in MMORPGs if you're a, you know, player of higher content, higher level content or whatever. Basically, it's always the case where holding on to a cooldown is a bad idea. If you hold on to the cooldown for too long, you're not actually going to get any value from it, and it's just going to be sitting there waiting for you to use it. And that's not good, right? That's not good. What you ideally want to do is, you know, continually use your cooldowns as many times as possible, because the more you use it, the more damage you're going to get out of it, and the more value you get from that. Because obviously the damage is then going to mean that you're going to have more of an opportunity to achieve victory in whatever you're attempting to do, whether that is a dungeon, a raid, or in this case, a siege for me. So, in other words, me doing this, boom, there we go, massive damage, look at that. That's exactly what we want to do every single day of the week. And if I can get my cooldown back even faster, then that's great too. But that is exactly what we want to do. We want to try to use our cooldown as much as possible. That's going to inherently increase our chances of success. Unfortunately, we did just use it against 3 of them, which is not exactly great, but I'd rather use it against 3 than use it against none. You know what I mean? Because if we have it off cooldown and it's ready to use, it is frankly wasted damage. That's wasted damage because we're not using it. You see, like right now, I am ready to use it. And right now, I need to actually run in here, use it. Boom, there we go. And now I can literally just run away. I don't need to worry about it now because it's on cooldown. I don't need to worry about it. I can literally just get out of there. And once we get back towards the front line once again, hopefully it will be back off cooldown, and then I'll be able to use it more and more and more. And that's the whole point, right? You know, that's the theory behind it at the very least. And you know, obviously sometimes there are going to be cases that it doesn't apply. For example, right now I have no enemies to fight, so me running in and potentially finding enemies to fight, that's obviously, you know, a good way to go about it, you know, because you do need enemies, otherwise you're not going to be getting any value from it whatsoever. But then you're kind of forcing the matter, you see. Sometimes forcing the matter is not a good idea. For example, if you run into a huge number of enemy units and you're the only person there, well, then you're probably going to get yourself killed for nothing, basically. That's what happened to me in a previous episode, because I was being a little bit too overzealous. I was too overeager. I was thinking to myself, okay, I really need to get value from this. But then, actually, it just caused me to die, and my forces had no leader, and it was pretty bad. You know, that was not very good. So sometimes that's going to cause you to have a defeat, or it's going to cause you to be much more likely to see more casualties, right? You're going to get more casualties. You could potentially face a defeat. Like, for example, in the previous episode, we had some issues. I had to actually retreat. I had to run away. I had to sacrifice some units to get away from the fight. And that's obviously not what you want. But sometimes you just have to. Sometimes it's just a force of nature that needs to be dealt with in some way or another. But yeah, you can see here that obviously most of the time we are absolutely fine, because the Empire, I'm going to say it right now, the Empire usually isn't that dangerous. They generally are dangerous if they have a lot of firearms, a lot of cannons, and well, you know, more specifically if they have I don't know, someone like Balthazar Gelt or something like that. He would probably be quite dangerous for us to deal with, because he's, you know, obviously a spellcaster, you know, and spellcasters are very, very strong. So yeah, in that case, yeah, then we would need to worry. But as it stands, I do actually feel as though the Empire is one of the easier factions to deal with, just because most humans, you know, from a standard perspective, most humans will not be able to really do very much in regards to going toe-to-toe in a melee situation with an orc. I mean, let's face it, they're not going to be able to really do much. You see? And this is exactly what has happened. Look at this. Look at how many we actually lost. We only lost 22. And I managed to kill 142 enemies. I'm going to say, I feel like that's not too bad, considering I wasn't really, you know, getting stuck in that much. I actually ended up taking very little damage, surprisingly enough. But yes, anyway, there you go. We now have this guy who will probably attempt to attack us in just a moment. Now, we got a 656 renown reward. Are you serious? Wow, that's actually the largest I have ever seen. And yet, I only got 80 teeth. Well, it doesn't really matter. The teeth don't really matter at all, actually, because we are far and away doing very, very nicely with money at the moment. Really don't have to worry about that at all. But yeah, anyway, let's just get some more goblin bosses. I actually started leveling them up, leveling up the goblin stickers into goblin bosses and stuff like that, because I have so much teeth, I might as well, right? You know, might as well do that. And yeah, I did actually sell a handful of loot as well, just to gain a little bit of extra cash at some, you know, various towns, like for example at our own town and at some of the towns nearby, just to get some cash. And yeah, we're just going to take all the loot too. Why not? And we're going to see what we can do about, well, I definitely need to do the brawl here. And this was also the reason why I wanted to do the tournament. But yeah, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go in and do the brawl. I'm going to go ahead and do the brawl because, let's face it, if you've seen one brawl, then you've seen quite a few of them, right? Okay, so, yeah, he's actually deciding to go in here. I'm really, really surprised that he's doing this, to be honest. Usually, most of the time, the opponent doesn't really like to do anything like this, but yeah, this guy is definitely going for it right now. And we are going to be taking Prestige. That's going to get me that plus 15 to party limit. I'm kind of... yeah, I don't know. I mean, 15 is pretty nice anyway, so might as well do it. And as you can see, I'm actually almost at clan tier 6, thanks to that insane 650 renown reward that we just got. So the problem that we're going to face now is that these guys are, well, I mean, as you can quite clearly tell, they're really putting it on, you know, they're really putting the heat on us now. So this is going to be a little bit problematic. Oh, hello. Okay, so they are actually deciding to go in. I'm actually unsure whether we will be able to achieve victory here. I feel like we're probably not going to be able to be honest. However, I want to give it a go because we don't really usually enter into siege defenses or anything like that. For some reason, I always get kind of unlucky in regards to entering siege defense. So I'm kind of intrigued about how this is going to... What are my guys actually doing right now? Are they just going to stand there? They're just going to let the... Ah, that's what the AI did beforehand, isn't it? They, Yeah. Okay, so they basically just stand there and they wait until the enemy gets up on the battlefield, or battlements, shall we say, and then they start to attack them. That's kind of weird. I don't know why they would do that, but I guess if we have to wait, then, I mean, look, I could open up the gate right now. That would probably be a mistake. Okay, well, the question is, where are my forces fighting right here? Okay, so we've got... Wow, they've got a siege... Wow, they've got a siege ram and everything? Okay, they got a ram and a siege tower and all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay. Well, the question is, what are they actually going to do? Because, as you can see, I've only got one very small band of orcs over there, and I'm actually unsure what we could do about this. I mean, generally the best course of action for me right now would probably be to come over here. This would probably be the best course of action for us, because we would then have the opportunity to fight at a much further back point. But I'm also kind of worried about doing that. I don't know. Maybe I should go over here and actually see what's happening. Okay, so they're actually fighting like this. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why they... You know what? Should I just... Yeah. We're going to do this. Boom. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted. Now I just need to make sure that we don't get clobbered by a bunch of them. I just need to wait 5 seconds, and then we should be able to kill the rest. And there we have it. Nice. Boom. Nice damage. Absolutely beautiful damage right there. And now I can literally just use their ladder and get back up onto the battlements. And I just basically eliminated an entire, well, a huge number of them, actually. All things considered. As you can see right there, I killed... I didn't even kill that many. Oh, I actually thought I killed so many more. Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to say, we did so well, but no, actually, we did a lot worse than I anticipated. Okay, well, we're gonna murder these guys. There we go. And these orcs do need my assistance, apparently, and this is exactly also the reason why I absolutely love the one-handed that we have, because the mace is just capable of doing so much damage. It's really, really nice. And we can just do a little bit more damage here. My orcs are, unfortunately, getting themselves killed randomly. Not really... I don't know. I'm not sure why they're just randomly dying here. They shouldn't really be having huge problems with that, but apparently they are. Let's do this. Nice. Thankfully, you know, this is what's really cool about this particular ability. It does seem to completely ignore any kind of blockage, right? So if they're attempting to block or something like that, it does seem to completely just ignore that, and you're able to do some really, really massive damage thanks to the fact that, well, their shields mean nothing basically at that point. Okay, so the question is, should I wait here? Should we go around here? Ah, yeah, we should probably go around here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Gonna do something. Yeah, the question is, what am I gonna do? I guess just run around here, run into this, because I was talking about value. Let's try to get value out of our ability, and then we can go around and just do some normal attacks. And basically just knocking enemies down is pretty much the next best thing that we can actually do. Yeah, so we should do this. Nice, there we go. Helping out our Black Orc bosses as best as we can. There we go. Alright, so how are we doing now? Are they seeing... they're not seeing that many. What about the other people over here? No, they're actually doing fine. They seem to be doing okay. I think they might be doing the best. These guys are doing the worst, I think, in the middle here. Okay, I'm going to try to get closer. Use my ability. Boom, there we go. Does my ability? No. Okay, so my ability does not do damage against the siege tower itself, which is good to know, I suppose. It's good to know. Do some more damage. Nice, 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 nice. That's what we like. And we're also buffing the orcs, of course, in the area too. So that does make a big difference. Let's try to just knock them down, get them out of here. Bear in mind that I have to literally survive for over 1,000 enemy kills. I think they have 1,200, don't they? I think they have 1,200 or something like that. But we could also try to force them into a retreat, which is kind of what I'm going for right now, because if we don't get any kind of retreat, we're going to have an issue. We're going to have a huge, huge problem, because obviously the enemy is just going to continue trying to murder us really, really significantly. I mean, right now we have a really good ratio, like a kill-death ratio is really, really nice right now. We have, yeah, basically 330 actually, and the enemy has only killed 60 of us. So that is a significant, very, very good ratio. Let's try and do some damage. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a bit more than that, but oh well. My forces do seem to be doing relatively well over here. I don't think I really need to be here, to be honest. But the question is, should I go down there? Yeah, let's go down there. And let's see what I can do. Nice. Do some damage. A little bit of damage here. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. Yes. Just gonna bide my time. That's it. I just have to bide my time. Just be careful, you know? I don't need to rush. I can just literally relax right here. I can just relax, do some damage like this, and then we can start to get up the ladder again, and that's exactly what I'll do. Oh. Well. Yep. Apparently that's what happens. Yep, that's what happens. Okay, well, that's okay. That's okay. We've still got my ability. I can still use that. Let's try to get up here. I'm going to try to do damage as I'm climbing, and there we have it. Okay, nice. Okay, so now we can actually make our way back over here. Maybe we can assist them. Do they need any help? No, seems like our forces over there don't. These guys might. I doubt it somehow. Yeah, I doubt it. They actually seem to be doing a relatively good job. Unfortunately, because I'm an orc, I am very, very tall right now, and it is making things a bit more difficult than it would otherwise be to attack people when they are inside the siege tower. Unfortunately, if the siege tower does get destroyed, I believe every single person on it is going to be killed instantly. I could be wrong about that, but I seem to recall that that is exactly what happens. Maybe not. Let's see what happens, actually, because we are just about to destroy it. Oh. I don't really want to destroy it now, not while my people are standing on it, to be honest, but... yeah, maybe we can do something. Yep, here we go. Maybe. Yep, there it is. There you go. They didn't die instantly, but they are now on the floor, and now we no longer have to worry about anything over here, because there are no ladders, of course. So, yeah, they had to worry, or should we say they had to worry about the siege tower being destroyed. These guys are actually doing completely fine now, and our other forces will now make their way over to the right flank. So we shouldn't have to worry about this either at this point. I could go out there and actually do some damage, but I'm a bit worried about doing that because I could very easily die doing this. Should I try it? Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. It's probably a mistake. Oh no, am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. Okay, whew, that was a bit close. Okay, I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to run away, because I'm an extremely brave orc, obviously. Wow, I just killed the archpriest right there as well. That's funny. Okay, I'm just going to wait 6 seconds. I am going to do a little bit of damage here. Okay, here we go. Nice. That is exactly what the doctor ordered, isn't it? Yes, that is exactly what he ordered. That's just perfect. Okay, the question is, are we going to be able to maintain this without dying? I don't know. Maybe. I need to get in amongst these guys. There we are. Nice. That is some wonderful 360-degree damage. This fellow is insanely hard to kill. Look at that. Demigryph Knight. If we were facing them on the fields of battle right now, I have a bad feeling I wouldn't be able to do much. Because they are going to have such insanely good cavalry. It's really going to make things very, very uncomfortable for us. Okay, so let's try to get up here. There we go. I did manage it. And how are my forces doing? Okay, apparently we've got... What are these guys doing here? I don't know, but they're dying. There we go. Let's try to kill this guy as well. There we are. Nice. Okay, so how are we doing? Oh, they're running! There you go. They're actually running away. Perfect. That is wonderful. So yeah, we only got, I say only because literally 184 renown in comparison to what we got for actually taking the town, and we basically killed about the same, which is hilarious. But yeah, they decided to retreat at this point, and as you can see, we are now clan tier 6, which means that I can now start recruiting huge amounts. You are not serving the Empire, be gone. You're not serving the Empire, be gone. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why I got all of those messages. I should have technically been able to capture all of those guys, but they apparently did not want me to, so yeah, there you go. Alright, okay, I guess that's how it's going to have to be. And let's see what else we can get here. Let's get some goblin bosses, orc boys, a bunch of those guys. All right, so I'm not gonna take any prisoners because obviously getting some meat is kind of nice, even if I'm not getting any teeth. That's all right, you know, that's okay. And yeah, I do still need to get a new shield for us, so don't worry about that. I'm gonna get on that as soon as I can, as soon as I've returned to one of our own towns. This town right here did used to be an orcish stronghold, so I'm kind of wondering if we may be able to get a shield from here, but I was kind of thinking that's probably not going to happen. Let me actually just take a quick look. Oh, we might be able to. Yes, we might be able to. Wait a minute. Let me see. Orc Warlord Blocker. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this crazy massive weapon that we got on our hands here now. This is really, really good. Okay, that is exactly what we like. Thank you very much. And yeah, actually, you know what? Let's actually get our forces some nice art. Oh, well, oh, hello. Wait a minute. This is actually a lot better than what I'm wearing, isn't it? Yeah, this is insane. Okay, let's wear this. That is really nice. Yeah, okay. Let me actually just see here for a real quick second. So, okay, so let's just see. Yeah, we're going to give him that. There we go. And yeah, that is actually a lot better. Yeah, that's nice. And we can get him some better boots as well. Let's get him a nice new hat. Nice shoulder pads. I actually feel like I'm doing pretty well in terms of shoulder pads myself. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine in terms of shoulder pads, as you can see. So we are all good in that regard. What about the goblin? Do we have anything for the goblin? Because he's going to absolutely suck. You know, he's literally just going to die. I have a bad feeling that I don't have any goblin stuff. Yeah, as you can see, there's goblin better bits here, which is actually all right. Got a skull cap for him as well. And I think that's probably it, actually. Yeah, that doesn't seem particularly good. But they are goblins, of course. And goblins are, all intents and purposes, very easy to kill. So that's probably why they don't really have that much. But there you have it. Okay, so we're actually looking pretty good right now. I'm going to pay 42,000. That's not going to happen, not in a million years. We are going to sell all of this. Well, not all of this, because I actually would like to keep some of it for a variety of reasons. So let's just sell what we can here. As you can see, we are immediately just getting massive amounts of money back, and might even be able to bankrupt them. We might be able to. Let's actually sell some of this meat, because I do have the ability to do that too. And there we have it. Okay, so let's wait here for a little bit of time. Let's actually see what's going to happen. Who's going to own this? I kind of want to... Yeah, no, I don't really want it myself if I can help it. I don't really want them to give it to me either. No, it's going to someone else. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So the question is, who do we want to give it to? I mean, I could vote for myself, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to give it to this guy, I guess. This guy seems pretty decent. I've got loads of influence, so might as well just pump our relation as much as possible with this guy. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good right now. I'm actually kind of surprised we were able to do that, but I think the turning point in that particular siege, you know when it was? It was when we destroyed the siege tower. Yeah, when we destroyed the siege tower, that really made a huge difference, because then it basically funneled all of these guys. What? You see that? These guys literally just... Why do they have armies instantly? Did you see that? They literally just got their armies immediately back, even though I should have been able to capture them. Okay, that's kind of a little bit weird. Huh. Okay, well, I guess that's how it goes? I don't actually know. That's kind of a bit strange, because obviously we defeated all of them. Technically, I should have been able to capture all of them as well. But I just got a weird random message that didn't actually allude to any kind of capturing whatsoever. So that's kind of sad. Because these guys are going to form an army almost immediately again, and they'll probably come back and immediately try to take it back, which is terrible. So we didn't really want that, but I guess I can't really help it, right? I guess I can't really help that. Anyway, I did advance in level, so the question is, what do we want to spec into now? Well, I guess I could spec into charm skill. I guess that is probably the next best thing, and we will be specking into some intelligence as well here, because, well... I wouldn't mind if we're able to. I don't know whether we're going to be even able to make it there, to be honest, because it seems pretty unlikely at the moment. But if I can get to 7 intelligence, I'll then be able to get Minister of Health. And Minister of Health, as you may or may not know, is one of the best perks, if not the best perk in the game for army strength, or should we say army survivability. And it would be wonderful if we could get our hands on that, but it's unlikely, let's just say that. I'd say it's unlikely right now, but maybe it's just going to take some time for us to level up and eventually get there, because I need 3 more attribute points. So I need, what? 12 more levels, I think, or something like that. I don't know. Isn't it like, what, 1 attribute point every 4 levels? I always forget when do you get the attribute points. Let me actually just see. Can I not see that? Apparently I can't see that for some reason. Wait a minute. Here we go. No, that doesn't help me. Do they not have a they don't have a tooltip or something like that tells me? Okay, well, I guess that's fine. But yeah, anyway, as you can see right here, we do have 3 career points waiting in the wings, ready for us to spend them. And I am just waiting here for a little bit of time. Make peace with the wasteland. Our kingdom will pay 3,000 tribute. I don't really want to do that. The wasteland are these guys, the ones that we've just fought, and I'm not really wanting to make peace with them if at all possible. I would much prefer to take this from them beforehand, and we're gonna have to go all the way around. That's gonna be very annoying, isn't it? Okay, I'm not sure how well this is really gonna go, but I guess the only thing I can really do is just try my best. Maybe we can do it, because they're probably going to make peace very, very soon. Let's actually see here. Okay. Basically, what I'm going to do right now is, if I can create the siege camp, I'm going to go in straight away. I'm not going to take down the walls. I'm not going to build anything, because there is no point in that. It's going to take way too long, and we need to get in there as soon as possible. So let's hope that we can make that happen. I was going to try and see if I could maybe starve them out a little bit. But as you can see, they're actually kind of already starved out slightly, so it would be kind of nice to get done kind of fast here. Come on, guys, let's do this. Let's build the siege camp, and if we can do that, then I'll be able to go in immediately. There we go. I'm gonna just go straight on in. That is all she wrote. We really need to get in there. Otherwise, it's going to be bad, because there's probably going to be a peace agreement coming in that would stop us from doing this, and or obviously they would get more troops back on their feet. But now we have new armor. Yes, now we have new armor, and I also have a new shield. So this is definitely going to make a huge difference to our overall survivability. Actually, it's going to be insane. The armor that I got is so much better than what I was using beforehand, and I'm actually kind of shocked how much better it is. So, yeah, it just goes to show, make sure you check the marketplace, because I certainly don't. But yeah, it's probably a good idea to do that. Let's see if we can get up here. There's a goblin. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, well, this is interesting. Murder those. Nice. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, yeah, weird. Weird. Okay, the goblin is just going to get killed. That's actually fine. I'm just going to use my shield here. Just going to play hyper defensive in this situation until I get my ability back, and then I can just do that. You see, that's the whole point. Generally, whenever you get your ability, that just means instant death for every opponent. Unfortunately, the enemy has done a very good job with their siege so far. I mean, you'd expect the Empire to be really good at using their siege because they are that way inclined. We have a lot of bowmen around here as well. A lot of bowmen and everything, and they're actually doing some pretty nice damage with them as well. I'm kind of... You know what? I'm going to tell my forces to charge in here. We technically should have this in the bag, but unfortunately, the enemy is so far very spread out, and it's going to make things even more difficult. Yeah, this is going to be bad. I might actually die here just because of this, and that might fail the entire siege. I'm going to put up my shield. Going to stand in the corner here. There we go. Kill that. And then we're going to make our way down here and open up the door. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Just open up the gate. And open up this gate as well. There we are. Nice. You need to do this sort of like extracurricular stuff. They actually closed it instantly? Are you serious? That's crazy. Alright, I'm kind of surprised that they did that. How fast is it going to be for me to kill this? Not very fast at all, but I guess it's not too bad. 26 damage consistently. I guess that's fine. I just need to continue murdering it. How many have we killed so far? Not much, as you can see. Not much. Very few. We've only killed 50 and the enemy has killed 78 of us. And I've killed 40 out of the 50, if you can believe that. Really? Come on now. That is absolutely terrible. It's all because of the siege. That's what's going on here. The siege weapons. Okay, we should have this down. There we go. Nice. And now I should be able to do some massive damage. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And now they're going to try to close the front door here, which is obviously to be expected, but that's okay. I'm expecting them to do that, of course. Now all I need to do is just try to survive a little bit longer. Okay, shield up. There we go. Okay, just use this. There we are. Now open that up. And... Whoa, okay, what's he doing? Okay, he's just doing some random thing. Yeah, hopefully... Wait for my ability, and then kill all these enemies. Nice. There we go. Try not to get killed by the gunners. I am going to die here, unfortunately. Yep, there you go. That's really sad, actually. It's really sad. Oh, wait a minute. What's actually happening here? Why did we start getting so many kills? I don't know, but look at that. We literally were behind them massively. We only had, like, what, 70 kills, or maybe not even that. And, yeah, now we are just absolutely just slaughtering them. I guess we started to get actually into the battlements, because obviously orcs versus humans, who's going to win in a fight of physical strength? Well, obviously it's going to be the orcs. So, you know, generally that's exactly what's happened here. As soon as they get inside, look at that, 500 renown for us, and indeed we can now make peace with them, or at least we can try to make peace with them and see what happens. As you see there, we do get 1,000 in teeth, even though I don't even need that. So yeah, that's obviously fine. Now we can make our way out of here and actually make peace with them, and this is going to mean that we now have basically retaken all of the fiefs that they've taken from us, with the exception of, I think, one. Yeah, Castle Tancred, as you can see, is actually being taken back right now by Golog Rockshredder. And hopefully he's actually going to do a relatively good job of that. Now, I would like to make sure that... Yeah, no, it seems like Black Orc Fort is doing okay, so we don't need to worry about that too much. And the new owner of the den, please don't let it be me. No, it is not me. I'm going to give it to this guy. And I'm just basically just trying to get as much relation as possible, to be honest. That's it. just as much relation as we can possibly handle. And there we have it. Okay, so now let's actually see what happens here, because I'm hopeful that they'll be able to take this back. As you can see, we do have the Wasteland. They are the owners of Marienburg, and this is obviously extremely close by. I think that's one of the main reasons why we're having so many issues with this particular faction, just because they're so close. And they do have a significant amount of, well, everything. They do seem to have a significant amount of everything right now. There is another brawl going on here. Kind of don't really want to do it, if I'm honest. But yeah, anyway, this is what we're going on here for. This is why I need another tournament. I need one more tournament, and then I'll be able to complete this particular thing. I've done, I think, like, what, 5, 6 more brawls since the last episode. And I did do one more Lord duel, as you can see, and that was just a goblin. I killed him in 2 hits. It was very, very easy. But yeah, as you see here, battles won 67 out of 250. This is going to be the crazy one, where it's going to be extremely difficult for us. But we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it. Otherwise, we are going to forever be at tier 2, and that's not something that I can abide by, is it? No. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.